Hello. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to round 3 of the Six Nations. Our exciting times it is indeed. And it is time for our first watch along of the weekend. It is, of course, Scotland hosting France at BT Murrayfield. Really exciting for this game. And thank you very much for joining. Good to see you all in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Richard Hoorie, hope you're doing well. Come on, Scotland. Scotland and Wales to win. Ireland to win tomorrow. Connor's getting his predictions in nice and early. We'll have to see how they go over the course of the weekend. It's a busy weekend on the channel, of course, and very much looking forward to it. And we are, of course, going to get through the teams, and we're also going to have a look at our predictions as well. I'm going to be joined by Kyle shortly, and he is going to join us in just a second. So looking forward to seeing him. Nice French jersey. Yeah, I knew because Kyle was coming on that he's going to wear his Scottish jersey. So I have to wear the French top. I have to do it. I think this is 3 or 4 years old, but I like it. It's comfortable. I'm a huge fan of this one. So we're going to wear this one, in fact. But do let me know where you're watching from, who you're backing to win. Of course, if you just came in, please do like the stream. It massively helps. Subscribe if you're new, completely free to do. And, of course, get involved in the chat. Keep it respectful, but get involved in the chat. If you're watching on Twitch or Facebook, thank you very much. And make sure to follow all of them socials. They'll be linked in the description as well. If you want to, of course, you can donate via super chat. But again, there's absolutely no pressure to do that. But really looking forward to this. Again, the Scots are going to win, mate, says TechWiz. He's backing the Scots to win. Mark is thinking of a France win. And so we will wait and see. And we have our guest in the building. I'm going to welcome him now. Kyle, how are you doing? Are you well, mate?
Yeah, not bad. How are you, Brandon?
Yeah, I'm good. Looking forward to this weekend. What do you think of the jersey selection this week?
I don't know. I've not really seen it. Like, yours.
Mine.
Sorry. Yeah. Obviously, we've got to have a fair and balanced broadcast, I guess. So, yeah, that's fine. Sorry, I'm just checking my microphone to make sure it's all at a decent level. That's fine.
No,
okay,
that's good. Yeah, I can hear you. All good. Before we look at this week, then, I don't think we've really had a chat about about 2 weeks ago. Wales against Scotland. Obviously, Wales getting the win, 20 points to 17. What was your assessment of that game? Where did it go wrong for Scotland in that game, do you think?
We basically bottled it in the second half, I have to say. We went into our shells too much, got into a ping-pong kicking game. Obviously, it was a rainy day, so you can somewhat understand. But at the same time, you think there were times when we had the ball, we could have done a lot more with it than we did. But no, credit to Wales. We got a yellow card at a very bad time, but credit to Wales for getting that drop goal near the end. And it was a match that could have gone either way. But I'm just kind of pissed off. We didn't back up what we did against England and didn't do more with the ball when we had it. And some of the silly penalties we gave away as well were quite annoying too.
What about this week then? What needs to change in terms of the performance this week? Because we know what France is going to bring. We're going to get into them in a second, but we know what they're going to bring. They're going to be big. They're going to be physical. And then they got the flair in the back, in the back line. What do Scotland need to change for this game, do you think? What's really important this week?
We need to get the defensive, because that was another disappointment, was our defensive of driving mauls, which obviously led to Thomas Francis scoring that try a couple of weeks ago. Needs to be a lot more solid. I think when we have the ball, we need to actually do more with it. Which is where it's a shame that Cammy Redpath was injured for this game, because I thought if he'd come in at 12, it would have brought a bit more variety possibly. Yeah, so it's just that side of things. We need to, with the ball, actually, keep it, be a bit more patient. Because the times against Wales when we were patient, the main one obviously was when we got our try. So if we could just be patient with the ball and not try to do anything too silly and not give France anything cheap, because obviously we know how good France are at capitalising on opposition mistakes.
Absolutely. Let's have a look at the teams then. The teams have been announced. Of course, there was a late change last night with Hamish Watson dropping out, but we'll go through the team anyway. So starting at fullback, we've got Stuart Hogg, of course, at fullback, with Darcy Graham and Duhan van der Merwe playing on the wings. Chris Harris and Sione Tupelotu are playing the centres. Finn Russell and Ali Price at 9 and 10. In the front row, you've got Pierre Schumann, Stuart McInally, Xander Ferguson starts this game. He comes back into the team. Sam Skinner and Grant Gilchrist are in the locks. And Nick Haining. Rory Darge comes in for the for Hamish Watson, who of course has contracted COVID, and then you got Magnus Bradbury at 8, leaving a bench of George Turner, Ollie Kebble, WP Nell, Jamie Hodson, Andy Christie, Ben White, Blair Kinghorn, and Mark Bennett. What do you make of that team there? Obviously, the news last night about Hamish Watson, you can't do anything about that. But on the whole, are you happy with that team?
Yeah, it's about as good as I think we've got. As I say, I'm disappointed with Cammy Redpath being injured. Disappointed with that Johnny Gray picked up an injury as well. Looks like he's out for the championship. Same with Rory Sutherland. But last year, Skinner and Gilchrist show they have a good understanding as a second row pairing. So I'm looking forward to see that. I'm also looking forward to seeing how Rory Darge goes at 7. I actually think it would have been possibly something to watch if it was Darge and Watson as the 6 and 7, two open sides against the French pack to see how that go. But I think Darge is, as he's shown for Glasgow this season, he is a young lad with a lot of potential. I think he is of possibly international quality. So he's going to need a really big game today, especially with the French back row he's up against. And no, but I mean, on the whole, like I think it's as good as we have right now. So happy enough. I maybe would have put Ben White in instead of Ali Price. I think Ben White's been better in the opening 2 games. But apart from that, I think it's as good as we got.
Yeah, definitely. Let's quickly look through some of your comments. One of my friends is attending the match. Well, I hope you're enjoying it. One of my friends, Dan, who we did a preview with yesterday, is also there. Scotland are going to win, according to Owain. And am I going to be doing Ireland against Italy tomorrow? More than likely, yes. France are coming out, so we'll quickly have a look at their team. And surprisingly, I'm not French, even though I'm wearing a French top, so my pronunciations may be a bit off, but we'll give it a go. Jaminet plays at fullback with Penaud, and Marafuena goes on the wing. I think Villiers is out injured. He's been in incredible form so far in this year's Six Nations. Dante and Ficou play in the centres, while Dupont and Tamac play at 9 and 10. In the front row, you've got Bailly, Marchand and Antonio. Apparently, Antonio weighs 150 kgs. Apparently. I don't know how true that is, but we'll see. Woki and Wilhelms play in the logs. Gross, Aldrit and Yelonk are in the back row. Leaving a bench of Malvaca, Gross, Bamba, Taufefuena and Flemont. And then the 3 backs options are... and then Cretin, and the 2 back options are Luku and Ramos. That's not a bad side, is it, Kyle? How are you feeling looking at that team?
Well, I'm surprised Mo Fana has moved out to the wing because he's more of a centre. Obviously, as I say, Villiers must be injured. Otherwise, we would have made that change. No surprise to seeing Dante coming back into centre to partner Ficou. I think they proved against New Zealand. That's a very good partnership they got there. Interesting, they've gone for the 6-2 split, which suggests to me they're going to try and, especially with Taufefuena, pardon me. I've not got the French shirt on, by the way, so you can let me off a wee bit there. But him and Flamini, 2 second rows on the bench, which suggests they're going to possibly try and pummel us up front in the last 20, go for the sort of bomb squad-like approach. And what you say about Antonio, he is, from my gathering, he is the heaviest forward in World Rugby. Anyone who has who can tell me otherwise, feel free to leave it in the comments, of course. But that's from what I've gathered. So, obviously a very good team. But I think we can do it if we're smart enough, and if we can keep Dupont quiet, especially, which he's not always played that well against us. I think we've usually done an okay job on him. So if we can stop him and Ntamak getting a platform at 9 and 10, well, we'll see. You've got every chance, but it's going to be a tough one.
It is going to be. Scotland are coming out now. If you're just joining, folks, by the way, make sure to like the stream, subscribe, and I'll drop a link to Kyle's channel during the course of the stream as well. Am I Scottish? No, I'm Welsh. So we're going to be doing England-Wales later. Of course, Kyle is Scottish with his Scottish accent. Surprising. He's Scottish. I want Scotland to win because I'm Irish, and I want Ireland to win the Six Nations, so it does help Ireland. And if Scotland do win today, again, it really opens up, again, depending on the result later in Twickenham. Again, we'll open it up. Gordon's back in the Scots to win, and TechWiz is as well. I just wanted to ask you about Finn Russell, because I saw a stat, and Stuart Hogg as well. I saw a stat about Finn Russell just before we came on live, that he's the most carded player in Six Nations, in the Six Nations era, in the history of the competition. 4 yellows, 1 red card. What is going on with him? Because, again, a little bit of lack of discipline. Hogg's been very quiet so far in the Six Nations as well. What's going on with these two?
Well, Finn's a bit of a maverick. The red card, I don't know. I just think a lot of that's to do with obviously how more pedantic referees being told to be with certain things, because that red card he got against France last year, about 10 years ago, that wouldn't have been given a second thought as maybe not even a yellow card. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong, obviously, with the protocols and the more knowledge of concussion and trying to stop head contact as much as possible. I'm not saying I could totally understand that, but I think with the way the competition's gone. But I mean, again, I think what bothered me more with that yellow against Wales a couple weeks ago was more the timing of it. I mean, I can see what he was trying to do, but he just got his hand all in the wrong position at the wrong time, and it just kind of. And with 10 minutes to go, we're out your fly half. It's just. Yeah, it's you're right. It's a discipline thing, but there's a couple of things he's been carded for. You think 10 years ago probably wouldn't have been. So it's just how the game's changed.
Yeah, definitely. I also think Hogg's been fairly quiet, but I think this game is going to be open. The weather looks pretty good. Hi, William. Hope you're doing well all the way from New Zealand. What time must it be over there? It must it be, 2, 3 in the morning over there right now? So you're very dedicated, I must say, but hope you are doing well. You did mention about these two, Antoine Dupont and Ntamack. Dupont's had a fairly quiet Six Nations so far. Obviously, he got that try against Ireland, but I don't think he's controlled games as much as he's wanted to. And I feel like other players have stolen the show for fans, like the likes of Villiers and Penaud especially, have stolen the show. Are you worried that this might be the game where it really clicks for them too?
Well, I did just say that I think we've normally done an okay job on him, and we'll need to today, because if he... And most of that comes from up front, because if the French pack can give him an armchair ride, that's where he's just going to have a field day against anyone. So yeah, I think I'm hoping my main thoughts are if we can keep at least parity with the French pack and not let them get a good enough platform for him to strut his stuff. We've got every chance, but yeah, I mean, I think also him being captain of France now is actually. I think it suited him. It's made him, a bit more of a leader on the vocal side, possibly. I mean, the playing side, he's maybe not been as good as he was last year at times, but I still think he's a class player, and you can never count him out. So
no, absolutely not. We're hearing Flower of Scotland sing around Murrayfield at the minute, so I'm going to ask you the big question: predictions for this one. What's your head and your heart saying? Are they saying the same thing?
Heart saying Scotland by 3-5, and head saying France by roughly the same score. So I'm going to go with my heart. So that's the...
Well, you've got to go with your heart, haven't you? You can't go against your team. So good weather down at Murrayfield. Really excited for this one. Make sure that you've liked the stream, subscribed as well. We'll quickly run through the Scotland team one more time, just for those who maybe are joining a little bit late. So Hogg at fullback, with Darcy Graham and Duane van der Merwe on the wings, Harris and Tupelotu in the centre, Russell and Ali Price in the halfback pairing, Pierre Schumann, McInally and Xander Fagerson in the front row, Skinner and Grant Gilchrist in the locks, with Haining, Rory Darge and Magnus Bradbury completing the back row. For France, they've gone with Jaminet, Penaud, Mauro-Fofana, Dante and Ficou, Dupont and Ntamack in the front row, Bailly, Marchand, Antonio, Woki, Wilhelms, Gross, Aldrit, and Yelong as well. If France win this game, do you think that's it for the Six Nations? Do you think that's it then? Do you think France is going to go and win the Grand Slam? Because for the neutral, if you want your team, like for me as a Welshman, I want Scotland to win this, because do I truly believe we could win the Six Nations? Probably not, but it still keeps that option open. So how important do you think it is for Scotland to do something here?
Oh, no, we need to absolutely win, no questions. And then we could go into the game against Ireland the last weekend. I don't think we'd win the championship because it's very tough going to Dublin, but we'd be in with a good shout of at least being competitive, which is what I wanted from this championship. But no, with France, I still think Cardiff will be a tough game for them. And England, obviously you can't count England at home, but I mean, if they can get this one, then they'll be going into those two games with a a lot of confidence, So
yeah, absolutely. Scotland wearing their away kit in white, France in their traditional blue. A little bit of a wind down at Mofield, but very dry, which is a rarity either in Edinburgh or in Cardiff. So you got to take them, and hopefully a free-flowing game of rugby. I think for me, my predictions: if France keep their heads. And I think they lost it a little bit last week. Carl Dixon, by the way, is the referee. I think if France can keep their heads, they're the better team. They should win this. And I think up front, they've got a little bit too much. But there is always the ability of France to have a cock up halfway through a game, or like 1 second elbow or something like that. And there we go. Literally, we're just talking about France being able to have a cock up. And Untermark, straight from the kickoff, I was just booted it dead, straight out. So you love to see it. Great start from Untermark, 15 seconds in, and Scotland will have a scrum on the halfway line.
That was not very sporting of me to applaud that. Sorry, but
no,
you picked your precise moment to say that, Brandon.
But that was what I was saying, and that could potentially unnerve him. You feel
that's another thing as well. This French team, because even though there's a lot going on about them, how they could be best team in the world now, because obviously they've beaten the All Blacks, beat Ireland, but those games were at home, and I still think away from home, there's still some question marks about how much they actually, sort of are up for it sometimes. So
I think the other thing with them is they're still a very young team on the whole. They are a young side, and so there's not always that experience of how to see a game out, which against Ireland, all of the Irish tries were French mistakes, and either through a lack of concentration, like the Mac Hansen one, should not even happen at grassroots level. That should not happen at all.
Well, no, you got to give Hansen credit for that though, because he just kept going as he is. But I mean, both Pinot and Jamellet basically switched off, and just so passive, like waiting the world balls coming in, and Hansen just
Yeah, so they have this ability to implode. France trying to attack that first scrum, but Scotland do get it. Ali Price switch direction of play. Finn Russell tries to kick. He's been charged down.
Yes, good spot.
Knocked on though by France. So scrum to Scotland. Dante there, blinking heck. He's a big lad, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know why Finn kicked that. I would have gone to.
I don't actually think he even kicked it. I think he just dropped it and wasn't even able to kick it. So, but it's going to be a scrum to Scotland on the halfway line again.
I think he was trying to go for a 50-22, but I don't know. I would have kept it in hand and just got Tuipulotu to charge it up a bit. So
scrum goes straight down pretty much, and we'll have a reset. The joys of scrummaging, where a referee has absolutely no idea what's going on. I don't think anyone really knows what's going on.
No, it's
How big of a game is this for Scotland? Because obviously you beat England. There's a lot of excitement and belief that this could be Scotland's year. You then came to Cardiff, and in your words, as you said, and I would agree with you, you bottled it. How big of a game is this for Scotland? Is it about the result, or is it more about the performance, do you think?
Let's see. I'd say result first. It's always about the result, but no, if we can put, maybe, and we need to play well to win. So I'd say it's a both thing. I don't know what he was looking at there.
Yeah, I don't think it was driving straight. I think that's what it was. So the scrum goes to France now. They've decided to go for the scrum. I think it was Schumann who got penalised.
Well, obviously, because Antonio's a big lad, so you have to.
Yeah. Gaultier with his glasses, Jesus. So third chance for scrum for France. Let's see what
solid. That's okay. Solid.
Very solid from Scotland. Really solid. So Dupont gets it out to Untermark. Fires it out to Ficou. Gets it out wide here to Malfuena. Usually a centre. Breaks through the first tackle, but tackled well. France coming up to the 10-metre line. Untermark looks for the
concentrate. Good tackle, Heening.
Pinot. but pretty comfortable defence. Dupont into Aldrit. And the speed of ball is good here for France. Here comes Dante. Good tackle on him from Tupelotu. France up to the 22 here.
No, it should be our ball. Yes.
Turned over by Scotland. Well turned over. Chance here for Scotland to counter. Tupelotu looks up. What's he got? Not much, really. Ali Price. Good hands into Ferguson.
Ah!
Turned it over. They have. And it's going to be a penalty to France. I think it's Marchand who's got the turnover. I think it's Marchand. So, chance for France then. If you're French, I think you just take the points, don't you?
I would think they will.
So we'll have to wait and see. Karma Peach, hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Is Elton John the French coach? No, I don't quite think he knows all that much about rugby. Maybe football, is it?
I think he's saying. I think he's saying like Fabien Galtier is like, yeah.
So Nsmak's going to go. Jaminet, sorry, is going to go for the posts, right in front of the posts. But you can already see the intention from both sides. They just both want to play. Even when Scotland turned the ball over there, it was.
We should have just given it out to Duan on the left wing and just let him charge it up and do so.
So 6 minutes in, first chance for some points. So it's Jaminet up first.
Yeah, he's got this one.
He should get
this.
He misses.
He misses.
Ooh, he's missed. He's pulled it wide. Really easy kick. Just outside the 22. And he's missed it pretty much in front of the post.
Didn't expect him to miss those ones.
He's someone who, I mean, his record, goal-kicking record at club level, I know is one of the best in Europe. Yeah. So that's a really strange miss. And there's not much wind down there. So maybe that's a bit of nerves. Maybe.
No, I think it's just nerves, basically. Yeah. Or just, not getting his technique right at that time.
Yeah. So Hogg gets us back underway with a 22 dropout, and we'll have a bit of kick tennis, I'm sure, for a little bit. Because Hogg sends it down.
Nah.
Comfortable, though. Jaminet sends it up.
No.
I wasn't sure.
Maybe, if it works.
Where's the bounce of this ball going? Dupont steps away from one.
Oh, come on. Can't just give it up.
Steps away from three. Antoine Dupont into the open. What support has he got? Oh, Ali Price needs to make that tackle. Into the 22. Here come France. Bailly. Brilliant run from Dupont. And Vilhelm crashes over. And France get the early try. And brilliant counter-attacking rugby from France.
No, good counter-attack. Poor tackle from Darcy Graham first up, though, on Dupont. And then just...
And Ali Price
was up against... then Dupont, realised he was up against forwards. And obviously, with his pace, he's just going to rip him. See?
Yeah. Yeah, he beats
Graham. That's excellent footwork.
Hand off. He goes out wide.
That's too passive.
Ali Price needs to make that tackle. Really,
that's too passive. He was just waiting for him to come into his bread basket. He should have just charged up and tried to. But no, after that,
it's just really good hands after that, and Paul Wilhelms crosses over.
In my opinion, that kick though from Finn Russell to start with was a silly option. I would have gone for. He was going to kick it, at least try and go for the corner. He just kicked it straight down Dupont's throat, and Dupont can get a wee bit of space. He's
exactly. So France 5-0 up. Jaminet with a chance to add the 2 points. He's already missed one this afternoon. He's got that one, and France lead here by 7 points now. We said before the game, we're like, Dupont's had quite a quiet tournament so far, hasn't he? He's had a fairly quiet one.
Actually,
all of a sudden he goes
Actually, watching that back, I don't blame Darcy Graham so much. It was more a good step from Dupont than a bad, but than a missed tackle from him, I'd say. But Finn Russell's kick initially was really poor, and
indeed.
Oh yeah,
Oh, lovely. Scotland win it from the restart.
Darcy Graham, I think there's one who got that.
So first chance, Scotland in the 22. Ali Price picks it up, gives into Ferguson. France competing hard at the breakdown already. Ball is there, but it's slow from Scotland. Schumann goes alone. Is he a little bit isolated? No, he's all right, I think. Oh, big tackle coming in. Advantage, though, to Scotland. So at least 3 points could be here for them.
Don't kick. Yes. Wide. Get one wider.
Yep. A hog jumped upon, no advantage. So we'll come back for the original penalty, which is right in front of the sticks. You thinking 3 points here? You saying just get on the board?
Yeah, I would do actually. Yeah.
Darcy Graham off the restart there. France caught out again. I think, is he going for? Post. Oh no, they are going for the post. They are going for the post.
That's fine.
Let's have a look at some of your comments. Do we think France, Scotland are going to win? I've backed France to win. Kyle's saying it's going to be close either way, but he is going to back Scotland. Flower of Scotland, absolutely. Frogs hopping, they're no snails. Well done. We won't get into too many stereotypes. So Finn Russell with a chance to get Scotland on board 11 minutes or so into this one. And there is a little bit of a wind actually there now.
Yeah.
A little bit of a wind. Finn Russell steps up and he's got it. So France still leading, but Scotland on the board. Scotland 3, France 7. France again being caught out on the restart. But well played from Darcy Graham to get that restart back underway.
I think that was a bit more Darcy Graham doing well than the threat. Because I think someone did actually try to go for it with France. They just missed out on it.
So we restarted. Darcy Graham kicks it downfield. It's hands of Jaminet. Oh, that's a decent kick.
Good kick. That's a very good kick.
A hell of a kick from Melvin Jaminet. What a kick. And that's a 50-22 as well. Massive kick from him. Looking up notes in the space. I mean, Darcy Graham is a little bit too high up, you'd say there. But,
I think I think there's some teams who are still working out how to defend with that 50-22 thing, but
yeah. So line out to France. First chance they'll get to use their driving maul, you would think, if they decide to use it.
If they get the ball.
Yeah, that's true as
well. Put it in. And
so
why did they compete?
At the front, did they let him go down?
No, penalty. Why did...
And they didn't. So here comes Scotland. Dupont fires it out. Ficou into Dante.
Lovely. Great. Oh, no, that's just good rug.
This could be a beautiful try. Damien Penaud, can he get to the corner? Throws it in field. Bailly, is he out? Yes! I think France have got a second try. Malfren, I think, crossed the weather.
No, that's just good rugby.
Did Bailly go out? That's my only question. Was he in touch?
I think he was. No, he was just in. I think so.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
that's just
first try for Yoram Malfrena, and France just wow, the speed that they get in this ball, the hands. I mean, Ficou there, the hands from Dante there is just ridiculous. Damien Penaud keeps it alive, so he's fine. Bailly is also fine, I think.
Yeah,
Malfrena crashes over.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, good play.
And France here have just really turned up for this one. 12 points to 3 now.
Good. Yeah, that's brilliant from Bailly. Yeah, that's
And Malfrena crashes over for France. So France lead 12 points to 3. Chance for Jaminet. Pretty difficult kick for him. Doesn't suit him as a right footer. And let's see what he can do from here.
I think he's missed that.
And he has. He's pulled it to the left of the post. So it remains 12 points to 3. He's actually missed 2 of his kicks now. So just under 15 minutes gone. France leading here by 12 points to 3. I don't think you can do... The only thing that went wrong in that sequence there was taking the man down in the maul.
Yeah.
Let him down. Apart from that, after that, there's nothing you could do. You just got to how good France were.
Yeah, that's just
not a great clearing kick from Ntamack there. So chance here for Scotland in the French 22. Not a good clearance at all. Yeah, there is a bit of a wind up, Mo. If you're now, a few of you enjoying the game, good to see. Good to see. Power of the Thistle, absolutely. Scotsman. Oh, right. Okay. So it is a line out to France. 22.
Yeah. Why didn't we compete in the throw when they got the try? Jeez.
So chance here for France to clear. Again, the caterpillar, the train, or whatever you want to call it, ready. Dupont clears it. And he finds touch. So line out to Scotland just over the 10-meter line or so. You just feel like Scotland need a little bit of the ball, don't you? Because they just haven't had any of the ball whatsoever. When they've had it, they've looked okay, but they just haven't had enough of it.
Yeah. I mean, France, to be fair to them, like, it was 2 tries were very good tries. I mean,
So here comes Scotland. Good hands. He hit him on the head, but I think, no knock on. So ball is there for Scotland on the 10-meter line. Ali Price goes searching, gets it. Past Finn. Chance here out wide. If Tupelotu could have got it out there. Schumann.
Bit high. Come on, Ref.
Still there, and then Finn Russell's knocked it on, and everyone's trying to kick the ball now. So we'll come back for the scrum. They might have a look at that tackle on Schumann. I thought it was a seatbelt tackle. I thought it was okay, but they might have a look at it.
I think he was. Yeah, I was kind of shouting because I think he was kind of like sort of in the threshold of okay, but.
A bit of lack of concentration there from Finn Russell. It's got to go him flat in the face, but he does well to gather it, to be honest. It's going to be a scrum to France, just between the 10-meter and 22-meter in their own half. Dupont surely could have put that in there, he felt, but...
I don't know. I'm just kind of bored, but... Because they should be focusing the pushing after the ball goes in, not...
Yeah.
I keep saying that.
Yeah, you should make sure it's stable and then push once the ball's in, but...
It's because they're so... front row. I mean, and the World Rugby have gone this way. They're so focused on, like, that they've just seemed to have forgotten that it's about like after the ball goes in. That's the important bit and they don't seem to care about the feed anymore. Well, don't seem to. They don't care about the feed.
Getting out the number 7's feet.
Yeah.
France do get out. Dupont sends it down. Potentially chance here for Hogg to run. He looks up. He's going to kick. Sends it up. Maybe a little bit too much on it. Yeah. Oh, the bounce. Where's that going? Oh, it's hands of Ntamack. Oh, he needs to get out of the way there. Just about Aldreet.
Oh, that was a shoulder in, wasn't it? Thought it was it Cruz, I think?
I didn't see it. We'll maybe see it in a bit. Here come France, though. Malfuena. Oh, shoves off Darcy Graham. France up to the halfway line here.
We're not getting off the line quickly enough. We're waiting to come to us.
Oh, nice rip. Chance here then for Scotland. Bradbury through the gap into the hands of McAnally. Scotland steal the ball. Ali Price gets into Finn Russell, sends it out. Gilchrist carries into Ferguson. Scotland making a few meters here. Tupelotu. Tackled well. And penalty to France at the breakdown. And 20 minutes into this one, still France 12, Scotland 3. France really seem up for this one early on in this.
They are.
From Scotland, what's going on in the game? What's going wrong for? Can you say it's Scotland's fault that they're behind, or is it just that France have been that good? Do you think, or is it a mixture of both? Maybe
mixture of both. France have been very good. Finn Russell's had a shocking first 20 minutes. Absolutely shocking. Our defence at times has been a bit too passive. Like we've been sort of waiting for them to come to us, and I'd say and obviously, like we've had our moments where we've just left carriers too isolated, and France have been able to turn over. So it's, I just think, no, France, but a combination of France being very good and us being a bit too passive, and Finn Russell being really poor. So
France win the line out first time. We're going to see the driving maul. So far, so good from Scotland. Begins to move slightly for France.
I'm starting now,
Yeah, Marchand peels off the back, and the pass is wild, and it will be a line out to Scotland. Or did it go forward? It did go forward, so scrum to Scotland. Bit unforced error there from France. No need to do that.
Oh, it's Dupont who dropped it.
Yeah. It's a poor pass from Marchand. I don't know why he had to go behind the back with his wrist there. Just pass it simple. But scrum here to Scotland then. So Ali Price to feed the scrum. I'm sure it'll be as straight as the French one. Solid enough scrum from both sides.
That's as straight as you'll see. Oh, good penalty advantage off a scrum.
Penalty for Scotland, and a chance here for Scotland to get down the field. You'd think. No point having another scrum there. And now it's just about getting the territory, just getting down the field for France.
Yeah,
I think just got to get this down the field. It doesn't have to be ridiculously far. Just get some field territory.
Well, it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad at all. Between the 10-metre line and the 22, so chance for Scotland. Again, we've said it throughout the game, really, Scotland just haven't had the possession. But it's a very good scrum. That was an area that I thought that France would dominate in. But, Scotland going to the back of the line out. Ali Price manages to hold on to it. Good feet from him. He's going to need support, though. She does get. McInally switches the
No, we've kept it in hand, man.
And Jaminet manages to clear it. And it will be a line out again just outside the 22. You just feel like Scotland just keep the ball in hand a bit, be patient, just look for those openings. Like you did at the start of the game against Wales last week with the Darcy Graham try. Just look through the phases, you were patient, you knew the space would open up. I don't know, it seems like Finn is just a little bit too eager to kick. So
I mean, the French defense has been very good. To be fair, they're off the line quickly, but we're just not. We just need to keep the ball more, keep it.
Yeah,
because obviously there's still the way around the rush defense if you just have a bit of patience about you. Oh, again, taking it there, you idiot! Why
they're not letting him come down. I don't understand why they're not doing it. Who is it that's doing it? Because they're just they're not letting Watson come down.
Happened. Yeah.
Just let the man come down. And it just gives France a really easy exit. It's just a stupid area to do it as well. It's not as if it's even in your own 22 when you're under pressure.
I think, Yeah, I mean, I think also, the commentator is just saying, I think that they're holding them up. They're looking for the penalty, France, but they just hold. That should be a free kick at least to us.
Yeah.
The referee's now warning them. You should be managing that better there. No.
Yeah, they're holding Rocky up for a little bit too long there.
No, that's no excuse for us being overeager and going in, but still, that shouldn't be you shouldn't be allowed to hold up like that for ages.
So line out to France, about 5 or 6 meters or so outside the 22.
Oh yes! See, when we actually compete, we can win the ball.
So Scotland get the ball just outside their own 22. And 15 minutes to go until half time. It is 12 points to 3 in favour of France. And Ali Price will clear it downfield.
Oh, come on. Yes, that's it.
Rob. Chance here for Duran van der Merwe. He looks up, goes to his right, bursts through the gap.
Get support there. Quicker.
He needs the support. The support's there. The ball's out wide. Finn Russell fires it out. Here comes Chris Harris. Scotland into the 22. And for the first time, really looking dangerous here. Good quick ball as well. Oh!
I was off the head.
Off the head. Damien Penaud running through here. Can he catch his own ball? The ball's bouncing kindly. And it's been knocked on by Scotland. Do they need to have a look at that hit from Jaminet on whoever the Scotsman was? My initial reaction was they need to have a look at this hit from Jaminet. Because I'm not sure what happened. Let's have a look at this here.
Oh, no, he's not going in for a wrap there. He's just jumped into that.
His hands, I think, have hit him in the eyes. I think Jaminet should be in the bin.
He's jumped into that. That's a penalty.
Yeah.
He's jumped into that tackle.
Look, he's jumped in. He's not rapping.
There's no attempt at a tackle. That's just a jump in. That's a penalty.
Would you say yellow card?
No, just a penalty.
Made contact with the face. That's the only thing for me.
No, he's not. He's not made direct contact there. He's just jumped up there and gone.
So whether the ref will have a look at this, we're yet to see.
He's going to look at this, yeah.
He's going to have a look at it. Folks, if you're watching, by the way, hit the like button, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, follow. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitch, I'll drop a link to Carl's channel at half-time. They're going to have a look at this challenge from Jaminet. Let me turn this down a little bit. So I think penalty. I think if I was Scottish, I would be calling for a yellow here. I'll be honest. I would be.
No, I think it's just a penalty because he's not made direct contact to the head. I think he's just kind of a more jump tackle.
Yeah. So penalty it is. So penalty to Scotland. Big decision here. Obviously, he's explaining it to Hogg now. But what are you saying? You're going to go for the points just to get a bit closer, or are you going to go for the corner?
I go for the corner, actually.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still with that there. Jaminet, his hands made contact with his face. So.
No, I think because his hands were going for the ball. It was stupid because it was like. Yeah.
So no attempt to wrap. Scotland are going to go to the corner. So Russell's going to stick this one in the corner. We haven't seen the Scottish driving maul at all. And it's not a bad kick from Finn Russell. So, again, we do feel like if Scotland can get this next score, it gets competitive again. If France get the next one, it makes it really, really difficult. So McInally, pretty much 6 meters out. Scotland obviously need to secure their ball first. Goes to the back, caught by Ritchie. Here comes Bradbury. Good for him. A meter out or so, Ali Price.
Come on, quicker ball.
Ali Price switches the direction of play. Goes himself. Has he got there?
He's got there. He's got there.
Oh, I don't think he has. I don't think he got there.
No, he's definitely got. He got that ground the ball.
Where's the ball? That's the big question. Scotland still going. Xander Ferguson, has he got it down? Oh, it's a bit of a mess at the minute. We're going to have a look at this. There was an advantage to Scotland. Held up, says Carl Dixon. Whether they'll have a look at the Ali Price one.
I thought Ali Price grounded it.
I thought he turned over to put it down, but couldn't quite get it.
I thought he touched the ground from what I was seeing. He's going to check that.
They're going to have a look at it. So Carl Dixon, again, asking for the help of the TMO. And it is the Ali Price one, I think, that they're going to have a look at. So he picks it, throws the dummy.
All right.
Here we go. He goes down here. Well, that's a neck roll, first of all.
Oh, that's the ground. That's grounded. That's grounded. That's hit the grass.
It's really tight. It's such a tight call.
That's pressed the grass. That's
has he got full control of that?
He's in control. It's hit the grass. That's a try.
Well, I don't know. I actually don't know. It's really tight. Whether it's scraped the line or not, I mean,
it was maybe a penalty try because obviously Cyril Bai high tackled him.
Yeah.
So there's possible penalty yellow and a penalty try because if you take Bai out of the equation, would he have scored? Probably.
Because it is a neck roll as well and a high tackle. So I don't think Ali Price scores that.
I thought he brushed the grass a bit.
I don't think he scores that. But penalty for the high tackle, no yellow card.
I would have checked that again.
No penalty try. I'm surprised that they haven't looked at that again. I mean, again, big decision.
Well, the thing is, like, if it's a penalty try, you have to take the offending player out of the equation, and with a try have probably been scored.
Yeah. So Scotland tap and go. Chance here then. Oh, Magnus Bradbury picks that one up well. So advantage once again. Aldreit's caught in the ruck. So chance here for Scotland with about 12 minutes to go until half time. Ali Price. Jamie Ritchie crashes over.
Rory Darge.
Scotland finally.
Rory
Darge. Sorry, Jamie Ritchie is not even playing. He's in crutches. It is Rory Darge on his international debut or start. I'm not sure.
Second cap. He came up against
third start.
Third. I think he came off against England. Yes.
Yeah, and a try for Rory Darge. A lovely line, and Scotland are well and truly back in this. Good patience.
Sorry, Brandon. His second cap. Pardon me.
Yeah. And it's a really nice angle from Rory Darge. Actually, it's a good step inside as well.
Yeah.
Really good step. Yalom can't get there, and he crashes over. And Scotland, well, if they get this conversion or within 2 points, and with about 10 minutes to go until half-time, folks, let us know your thoughts on that one. Nice try indeed it was. Good patience from Scotland as well. And
actually kept the ball, and a bit of thanks to Jamini, it's got to be said. But
but as we said, if Scotland just go through the phases of patient, they'll get scores because they're a good side.
Yeah.
Maybe Greg is listening to us here. Maybe that's what's going on. So Finra saw the chance to add the 2, which he does. So Scotland 10, France 12, and 10 minutes to go until half time. Well, we've got a game on our hands now. We said next score was important.
That was, obviously that was a bit of sloppy defence from France, that last one. They just left the hole wide open there for Darge to go through.
Absolutely. So Scotland 10, France 12. And Smack gets the restart in this time. I think he was trying to get as central as possible. He was not going to risk it.
Thank you. Who was that again?
I was France losing a little bit of discipline here, maybe.
Yeah.
10 minutes to go. I mean, if Scotland could get something before half time, going in at the lead.
Yeah. But that's the thing with France. They still have their moments in games where they do just go off the boil. And
absolutely. I said in the preview before this game, I said, France to be at the level that we considered New Zealand at when they went and, they had Dan Carter, Richie McCaw, Man Nonu, and all of them, Israel Dag and all them. They have to find that consistency in their performances. They're talented. They're so talented. But just stupid mistakes and moments of madness in there that are just always going to cost them in the big games. Oh, nice run here from Rory Darge.
He knocked it on the Twitter.
But knocked on by Scotland. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Come on, the Scots from an Irishman in Switzerland. Hope you're doing well, Karma Peach, and everything is good. Scotland always seems to play better when behind on points. Maybe. I mean, potentially, yeah. But the thing with Scotland was France had been very, very good in the opening 20-odd minutes. But Scotland just hadn't had any of the ball. And when they had it, they'd looked dangerous.
Yeah, well.
So it was just patience, wasn't it? It was really just patience. Scotland just need to keep ball in hand in France 22 and let the penalties roll. It's very true. It's very, very true. This French team does lack a lot of discipline. It's a lot better, but I don't think Sean Edwards will be impressed by that try at all.
That whole, I was going to say that hole that Darge went through. I mean, he'd be, well, you'll know yourself if he was still at Wales, he'd be absolutely tearing to the point where you actually seeing blood coming out of his head.
He can't tear his hair out because he's already done that, but he'll tear something out. France here, that's gone forward. That's bounced forward.
No, I think it was backwards actually. Pardon me. Okay. Yes, thank you. I think was that Darge or was that?
To Scotland, it is Rory Dodge as well. He's having an incredible few minutes, and again, myself and at Glasgow has been fantastic this season, so it's not a surprise to see him step up here. And France giving away a few penalties here. We'll have a look, obviously, at half time at the stats. I think I think McAnally might be getting some treatment here.
Yeah, McAnally, aye. But yeah, that's
Unto Mac.
Aye.
Off his feet. And really good work from Rory Dodge there. So 7.5 minutes to go until half time. Much better from Scotland. And France, we knew they'd have moments in the game where they just completely lose it and just give away stupid penalty after stupid penalty.
Mm-hmm.
So chance here for Finland to send this one down.
Yeah, but I think Darge is definitely stepping up in his. Obviously still missing Hamish Watson, but Darge is definitely stepping up and doing very well.
I do think Hamish Watson is a big miss, but for this game, I don't think he's as pivotal. I think it's a different way you got to play against the French.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know, because I would have actually liked to seen us play with two open sides instead of the start. But to be fair, Haining and Bradbury have also done pretty well so far as well. So
yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Line out to Scotland then. McAnally picks it up at the back of the maul. He peels off on his own, needs support. He's got it. Schumann picks it and goes.
Was that a proper? Never mind. Sorry, just me being a bit picky there. That was a fight.
Don't worry, I'll be exactly the same later on for the big game. Well, not the big game, obviously, but it's a pretty important one. Turned over here by Scotland, though. Bailly picks it up. He just looked at Ali Price. Ali Price just looked at him and they just stood there for a second. Dante fires that wide. That's gone forward from Jaminet. It has. And be a scrum to Scotland with about 6 minutes to go. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. I'm doing well, Palmer Peach. I'm good. I hope you're ready for the pummeling you lot are taking this evening. We'll see. We'll see, won't we? We'll see at the end of the game. We'll talk at the end.
Who's replaced Manu Tuolangi, by the way? I haven't.
It hasn't been announced yet. I was looking all day yesterday. I think it's probably going to be Martians. I'd assume it's going to be Martians.
I know Martians back in the squad, but
I'll have a look, see if it's been announced. Let me have a look. England rugby. I don't think it's been announced. No, it hasn't been announced. So just waiting to see, really. What's going to happen. I'm so glad he's out. I'm obviously concerned about Courtney Laws because he's done us a lot of damage in the past.
Yeah, and Courtney Laws is captain today, obviously.
Yeah. So we'll see how he goes. Come on, Scotland, win it for this match and do me proud. Well, Scotland playing pretty well now. Chance here as well. Finn Russell.
Around the net. Come on, ref.
It's a penalty. I think
no,
Finn
it's
Russell
not a penalty. No, it's not a penalty. No, because he went round the referee, obviously. Didn't see it that
Scotland
way.
Here, finishing the stronger of the two sides. 4 and a bit minutes to go in this one. Ball was out. Advantage to Scotland, though.
Knock on advantage, though. Not too excited. That's it. Got some space. Good.
Lovely.
Just got to do it.
Just behind him, but we will come back for the original knock on. And the chance.
Advantage was over.
Advantage was over. So it will be a scrum to Scotland. How is Scotland's backline going? We haven't seen it that much yet, really. It's not fully clipped. We haven't seen it in full motion yet. we're waiting to see those moments. So we're waiting to see. I mean, I think the pack has really fronted up. You know, I was really worried about Scotland's pack and how they deal with this French, like just size and power, but they've done it really, really well. I hope Eddie has learned his lesson after Scotland picks Atkinson. We need a lump at centre, and he's more than good enough. Yeah, we're waiting to see. It's going to be an interesting one. I think it will be Marchant, just because he's played in the Six Nations already. So I think it will be him alongside Henry Slade. Again, still a very good option to have in there, but I'm quietly confident going into the game. Quietly confident.
Yeah, and obviously Marchant's got a bit, because obviously playing with Marcus Smith at Harlequins, they've got a.
So France here, 3.5 minutes to go. Maybe final chance to do something before. Dupont has to go searching for this one again. We'll have the train set up to cover him. He's got about 3 players covering him and gets it away. Chance here for Hogg to run at the defence. Good step. Tackled though. A little bit isolated here. Rory Dodge. Good step. He's played really well in the last 15 or so minutes. Really stepped up.
That's it. Yeah, good. Unlucky.
Knocked on though. So chance here for France. France are great counter-attacking. Ficou looks for the little kick through. Is that going to work? If it is, Darcy Graham does really well to get back.
That's excellent, yeah.
And game's a little bit scrappy at this point, but chance here
for Scotland. Come on, don't get isolated.
Finn Russell looks up. Oh, he's on his own there. Good hands.
Oh, come on, do that. That's it.
One-handed.
Oh, good, come on.
Inside to Chris Harris. They've got Sorry.
Oh. How can you drop that? You're the flipping captain, for goodness sake.
In his defence, the pass wasn't great.
The pass was fine. Shut up. The pass was fine.
I don't know. Have a watch of it. Let's have a watch of it back. Great by Duan van der Merwe.
Okay.
Lovely support from Harris. Let's have a look at this pass.
No, that's a fine pass. That is fine.
A little bit far for him.
No, that is fine. He should be catching that.
No, maybe his palms are a little bit too open there, but
Brandon, he's 90 plus caps. He's our captain. He should be catching that.
He should be. I'm trying to be devil's advocate.
I'm not coming from a middle ground with this one. That is no excuse for that one. No excuse.
So Scotland there with a big chance, but again, France very open defensively there, and I think we've established that Hogg should have caught that. So chance there for Scotland, but lovely.
I've seen a couple of Gavin Neck saying you guys remind me of Brian and Eddie.
That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. 10-12 is a good lead. Come on, Scott. Eddie loves throwing a curveball from time to time. He does, yeah. And
I know I try and be nice to you on this chat and nice to you, Brandon, but there is no excuse for that. He should have absolutely caught it.
Yeah, he should have. He should have caught it, yeah. The thing with Duan van der Merwe when he was running through there, he just looked tired, didn't he? He got going, then he's like, oh my gosh, my legs are dying.
I think he was afraid he was going to get isolated like players. But no, it was a good break. I mean, you could argue Chris Harris maybe could have passed to Ali Price and then given it to Hogg, but no, there's no excuse for that drop ball whatsoever.
Yeah. So scrum here to France. Go straight down, penalty to Scotland. I think it's Schumann who's been penalised. And this will give an easy exit for France before the end of the first half. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. I don't know why everyone expects Wales to get hiding from England on that hot either. I think the opening 20 minutes will tell us a lot about how the game's going to go. If we don't front up physically, we'll get battered. I honestly believe we could lose 15 to 20 points. But I think we're more experienced. We're better at making decisions. And I think we could definitely go and win. I think you can unnerve this England team. I think you can get under their skin. I really think you can.
I'm looking forward to seeing how Randall and Smith go for England.
Yeah,
So
it's a big decision to give Harry Randall a start.
Aye, but I think he genuinely offers more than Ben Youngs right now. Yeah. I think he deserves his chance. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes. Former Wales under-20s captain, was he?
He was born in England but moved to the Amman Valley when he was 3 or 4 and lived there for a few years. So same as Alex Donbrandt, used to play for the Wales under-20s team. Of course, played at. Lovely
tackle, Chris Harris.
Good tackle though, coming in on him there, and we have 2 seconds left. Is he going to call for half time now, or are we going to?
No, I think there was an incident back.
Oh, a little bit of argy-bargy going on.
Yeah, I think there was an off-the-ball thing went back, but I don't know what's going on with it.
Let's have a look. Oh, Cameron Wokey on
Grant Gilchrist, yeah.
I don't think there's much in that, is there really? I mean, the most that's needed there is a little bit of a talking to, maybe.
What was that? Oh. Okay, well, yeah, it wasn't really anything in that, but it was a...
So penalty to France. Jaminet sticks it towards the corner. It's not a ridiculous.
Oh, maybe not. Okay. I thought at first viewing he had just got that and right in the corner.
So we're over a minute into the red here. And final chance for Scotland, for France, sorry, to get something before half time. Scotland absolutely blew that chance. Absolutely criminal from Sir Hogg. Good to see you in the chat, Conor Quinn, and hope you're doing well.
Why didn't we compete now?
Slowed down well by Scotland. Schumann's completely legal because he's held his bind. And good defence there from Scotland. Here comes Dante, though. Shoves off one and to Mac. Wide. Ball out wide to Malfuenas. He got the pace to get in the corner. Good cover defence from Hogg and Darcy Graham. Nearly 2 minutes into the red here. Ball flies out. Ficou looks up. Again, probably not. He's gone for the corner and he shoved off.
Maybe just got that in, yeah.
And Ali Price has to make that tackle. And I think this is going to be a try for France right at the end of the first half.
They're checking it in the... I'm thinking he was just in, but
I think he was just in here. I mean, Ali Price has to make that tackle. He just has to make it. He's been bumped off in a few tackles today.
Yeah, I want to have a look at that again.
Let's have a look. As long as
he should have made that. That's a try, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to count. Ficou in the corner. It's good strength from Ficou, and I think he's massively underrated. In this whole French team, he's so key, very, very experienced now. And the try has been given, so France lead by 17 points to 10.
Another check in here. Yeah, that's fine, I think. Yeah,
he's fine there. It's a good finish
from him. Ali Price should have done better with that.
He just gets bumped off, doesn't he?
I don't know. He's just kind of...
He needs to go lower. He's at Ficou's tummy kind of level, and Ficou just dips down and shoves him off. So big kick here from Jaminet would give France a little bit of breathing space. So he steps up, and he's nailed it. And that is half-time. At half-time, France lead here by 19 points to 10. Kyle, sum up that first half from a Scotland perspective. Really bad start, then got back into it, and now that try changes things a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think more or less summed up by that Stuart Hogg drop ball, which he should have caught.
Really? You
didn't make that clear? I'm not gonna let you down for that.
No, you didn't make that clear. I wasn't aware.
Maybe the pass when it's like, but no, that and the first 20 minutes, terrible, but some great rugby from France at times. Yeah, so I could give him credit there. I think Rory Darge just had an excellent game for Scotland, but yeah, just frustrated. But yeah, I'm hoping we can have our moments and be more clinical in the second half, because we'll bloody need to be. France are on for a bonus point now with the way they're playing. So
yeah, it's going to be an interesting second half for sure. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a second to have a look at that first half, a bit more detail. Look forward to the second half. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow, and I'll drop a link to Kyle's channel at halftime as well. So do head over there and subscribe. But don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a second. Time in this fixture. I hope you are enjoying the watch along. If you are, please do hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel as well. It's completely free to do, and there is so much content coming out over the next few weeks with the Six Nations. Make sure as well that you follow me on all of my social media. It's all linked in the description. You can follow me there and keep up to date on everything that I post. I post all the time and give you updates on all things rugby. If you'd like to support the channel financially, that'd be massively appreciated, but there's absolutely no pressure to do so. You can do that via Super Chat, and you can do that in the live chat on YouTube. Not long to go now, though. We'll be back in a second. Make sure to keep it going in the chat. Let me know your thoughts on the game so far. It is now half time in this fixture. I hope you are enjoying the watch along. If you are, please do hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel as well. It's completely free to do, and there is so much content coming out over the next few weeks with the Six Nations. Make sure as well that you follow me on all of my social media. It's all linked in the description. You can follow me there and keep up to date on everything that I post. I post all the time and give you updates on all things rugby. If you'd like to support the channel financially, that'd be massively appreciated, but there's absolutely no pressure to do so. You can do that via Super Chat, and you can do that in the live chat on YouTube. Not long to go now, though. We'll be back in a second. Make sure to keep it going in the chat. Let me know your thoughts on the game so far. There we go. We're back. It is half time. Sorry, there's a bit of confusion on the technical side, but I hope everyone is doing well and enjoying this first half. Current score, of course, is rolling at the bottom of your screen. Scotland trailing here by 10 points to 19. Still a long way to go in the game, of course, but very much looking forward to the second half. We'll get Kyle's thoughts on the first half in just a second. Welcome along to the watch along. If this is your first time here, you're very, very welcome. Get your thoughts, get your comments in as always in the chat. You can do that, like, subscribe, and of course, let me know who you are backing to win the rest of this game. We'll go through your comments with Kyle in just a second. We'll just wait for him to let us know that he is ready to jump back in. Yes, he is. Let's get him back in. There we go. Kyle is back in, and we're just looking back at some of the tries on the TV there. Let's have a look at some of the comments, and then we'll get into your thoughts on the first half. We saw that one. If I was a Scot, I'd be fuming mad because they were more than able to beat the French, but that chance was so crucial, and now they've a mountain to climb. What have you got to say about that? There have been opportunities for Scotland, haven't there?
Yeah, I fear that hog drop ball could be possibly the turning point in the match because it was 10-12. We had every chance to take the lead with it, and we'll see now. Yeah. But no, the French tries, there's a couple of things around them I think we could have done better, but overall they were very good tries, and I've not really got much more to say about them from that in terms of criticism.
Yeah, what do you have to say about Rory Dodge? He's been the shining light so far for Scotland, hasn't he? A lot of people talking about missing Hamish Watson, and of course you are always going to miss him, but I think he's really stepped up, hasn't he, today?
Yeah, no, he's been our standout performer in that first half. I think he's really stood up to the plate, took his try really well. Showed he's a very good jackler and a good worker around the field. I still think there's areas he's got a fair bit of learning to do, but he's definitely on the right track, and I've been very impressed with him so far.
Yeah, me too. I think he's shown that he's very, very capable. Let's talk about Scotland then. How would you assess that first half in its entirety, really? Because we saw there were some brilliant moments along the way. France, struggling with their discipline and with errors, but then Scotland being able to capitalise on that. But then also moments where players falling off tackles here and there. So, what needs to change in the second half, do you think?
Just try and not give France any easy ball, I think, would be a good start. And we just need to be a bit more patient with the ball when we have it, and just not give away any cheat. Because I think we have got it in us to break down this French defence, and they can give penalties away when they don't have the ball for long periods of time. So as we showed when we got the try, actually, they were starting to give silly penalties away, and it's just we're shooting ourselves in the foot, really.
Yeah, definitely. Let's have a chat then about the game later, obviously. England against Wales. There's obviously the news about Manu Tuilagi not being fit for that one now after being brought in because he was fit and now he's not fit. What are you feeling about that game? How are you seeing that one going?
Can we take... Actually, do you remember who Inga Tuigamala was?
I vaguely remember. Yeah, they're showing him on the screen now, aren't they?
I just wanted to take a wee moment for that because, he was a very good player in his day, both in Union and in the league. Sadly passed away. And as Bill McLaren says, a man from a family of 14, and we could tell easily who was at the head of the food queue.
Absolutely. Yeah. A lot of legends over the last few weeks have sadly passed away.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Sorry, Brandon. Go into England Wales now if you want.
Of course. Go on, go for it.
I think obviously at Twickenham, I think England, you have to say, are slight favourites, but I wouldn't count Wales out at all. I certainly don't expect them to be as bad as they were against Ireland. And if you can get England into a bit of an arm wrestle, then are solid in defence and take your chances. There's every chance. It's but I think England are the favourites, I have to say.
And I liked having you on the channel as well, but there you go.
I give my honest opinion. It's not gonna...
Absolutely, and that's why we have you on. So we got the second half coming up, obviously now. Scotland, obviously, you'd think would probably need the first score of the second half. Let's have a look at some of your comments while we are here. We've looked at that one. One of my English mates reckon that Wales are not an 80-minute team and therefore need to score a lot of points in a short spell in order to win. Do you think that's fair? I don't think any team in world rugby is a full 80-minute team. I don't think any team is full on 80 minutes. Bang. The only team that I could say ever in history was the All Blacks. When you had the 2015 Rugby World Cup, I think was the pinnacle of the All Blacks. Dan Carter, Rich McCaw, Conrad Smith, Man Nonu, Kevin Mialamu in the front row, Kano as well. I don't think any team is. I think Wales need to find a bit more consistency because the bits where we looked good last week, we looked very good. But then there's a lot of averageness throughout the game. Rory Dodge having some first starts. Absolutely. Hello, Callum, watching on Twitch. Of course, you can check me out there. Afternoon, gents. Cracking first off. Referees robbing a living, holding up in the lineouts and seatbelt tackles galore. Potentially, maybe Ben. Potentially. But yeah,
I agree with you. I agree with Ben there. I think because there's been a few times he's been.
There we go. We have restarted the second half.
Not a great kick from Jamini.
And chance here for Scotland then early on. As always, let us know your thoughts in the chat. Keep them coming in. Let us know how you think the game's going. The French tactics out of the line, that should be stamped out immediately. That to me is bad gamemanship. Yeah, definitely.
Technically it is. A safety thing, but technically it can be a free kick given against.
Yeah, absolutely. There has been a change for Scotland.
Yeah, Mark Bennett's on.
Mark Bennett is on. I didn't see for who he's come on though.
It's Chris Harris, head injury assessment.
Okay, so yeah, Chris Harris gone off for HI. Mark Bennett is on. Scotland here from the line out, just outside the 22. Ali Price switched direction of play. Finn Russell spreads it out. Scotland starting on the front foot this second half. A little bit of space out wide. Maybe Mark Bennett steps in.
I think as an attacking 13, actually, Bennett could offer us more than Harris.
Knocked on, though. and turned over here for France.
Ah!
Into the hands of Damien Penaud, who's been really quiet so far, but chance for him. He sends the kick. Who's going to get there first? The bounce of the ball is into the hands of Dante, and Dante is going to score for Scotland, for France. And well,
that's our bonus
very,
point.
very fortuitous bounce of the ball. I can't see anything wrong with that try at all. I think this is going to count, and that's the bonus point for France to give them a 14-point lead, a 2-score lead here. Dante crashing over. Just trying to look here. Knocked out the hands of Ali Price, who's dawdling a bit. Ficou gets it out to Penaud. Penaud chases the kick of his own, and it just bounces so kindly into the hands of Dante.
I don't know but I don't know. Van der Murray just looks so slow there. I don't know. It just.
I mean, I don't know if they're looking at anything here in particular. Should there have been a penalty for Scotland there with Woki on the ground? Maybe. Maybe Ali Price is looking for it a little bit too much. But then Dante then.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. You just play that.
Dante crashes over for France. So that's France 24, Scotland 10. It's a tough ask now for Scotland. Real tough ask. Again, important kick this. If Jaminet gets this, you're over 2 scores away. His kicking hasn't been great today, though.
He's missed that. Oh, he's got that one. Good kick.
Oh, it's swerved inside as well. So France lead here by 26 points to 10. Because of what's happened, do you think you go into the bench sooner than expected now? Would you look at the bench? Or is that just a weak try in a way?
No, is Van der Murray injured? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I always don't make sure about the bench. I think we have made a change apart from Mark Bennett. I think it was 20 is Andy Christie. I think he's on. And
that would be his debut as well.
Yeah. Nick Hanen's gone off, and
so Scotland
now.
Yeah.
But in a weird way, it's not I mean, at least we now have to play with the ball in hands because we actually need to get back into the game. So,
and you've shown when you do have ball in hand that you can create chances. So it's not as if you can't. Oh, went backwards. Oh no, it didn't.
It was forwards off us first, I think.
So scrum to France. I mean, I don't count Scotland out of this at all. We saw last week with Ireland, their tries all came from French mistakes. France have shown today that they have that ability to just do stupid things. But I do think that Scotland have to get the next try. If France get a next try, even maybe a penalty, it's over.
Yeah.
So Andy Christie on for his debut. So congratulations to him. Playing down at Saracens, I want to say it is. He's down at Saracens.
Yeah. Gather it from what I've been told. He's been doing pretty well down there this season.
So scrum to France just inside their own half. The big thing for France is as well, they've got that bonus point. That's a big thing in terms of the competition. That's a big scrum coming in from France, but it goes straight down. So we'll have a reset.
I say, I mean, they have looked. I thought they would, but they have looked excellent from open play, France, with if.
So we'll have a reset here.
I just had another troll on my Facebook page from the saying, "Oh, the pass to him was poor." I'm like, yeah, it wasn't a great pass, but he's a 90. No excuse for not catching it.
Secretly, that's me on my other account. So scrum here to France again, and as we just said, Scotland needs to get the next score. But when Scotland have had the ball and been patient, they've looked good. So I don't understand why the tactic of kicking has come in. It hasn't worked. Big scrum here from France. Scotland may be lucky to get away without giving away a penalty there. Here comes France. Dupont sends it down. Has he overcooked that?
Oh, yes, he overcooks it. Thank you.
Absolutely splattered it. And it's going to go all the way.
Oh, over the line. Come on, over the line.
I think that hit the line, didn't it?
That hit the line.
So if that hit the line, he's out. And I think the referees acknowledged it.
Yeah, hit the line.
And so that will be, hit the line. So that will be a scrum to Scotland from where Dupont kicked it in his own half. Mistake from the world's best player, which is a bit of a surprise, but it is what it is.
There's Demba Bamba going on.
Not a bad player to bring on. Sorry, I'm late back. Been watching Spain versus Russia. Great game. Spain's winning 7-0. Would you consider covering a women's game? Absolutely. The Women's World Cup is coming up in September. Of course, Scotland qualified last night after beating Colombia, so they will be there as well. So sure, we will definitely do that one. I'm not one to blast referees, but Dixon messed up big time. He clearly did not move away in time before that try.
He was very, I would say he was at best, he was unbelievably lenient with him there. At best, he was very, very lenient because the roll away thing, because obviously you're meant to be rolling away quickly, and referees should be on top of that. But
my only thing with that the only thing with that is that Ali Price maybe was looking for it a little bit too much.
Good.
Trying to put it into him, just highlight it to the ref and don't do that too much. But again, then from there, the bounce of the ball off the nose kick, there's nothing you can do about that. That's just the bounce of the ball.
I'm agreeing. That's no excuse for what Ali Price did, but still, when he's not rolling away like that, you've just got to ping him and.
Yeah.
Oh, come on! Support on the shoulder!
Ali Price up the middle.
Mark Bennett.
Good carry from Mark Bennett. Scotland into the 22. Rory Darge picks it up. He needs support though. Andy Christie has it. Advantage to Scotland. Ali Price is down injured. And they're going to stop it because of the injured player. Hopefully Ali Price is okay. He looked like he took a pretty big whack there. But, I mean, you think Scotland go to the corner here, right?
No, it's a knock-on advantage. So
knock-on, right. Lovely break from Ali Price. Dupont tackles him. I just think Dupont catches him afterwards, isn't it? Lovely step from him.
I think we need one or two other players up there a bit quicker, though. It was only Mark Bennett on his own.
So just over half an hour. Is Ali Price going off? I think he's going to go off for HIA. So Ben White's coming on. We know what happened last time. Ben White came on for a HIA incident. We know what happened. So maybe we could see that again.
Fingers crossed.
Lovely comment for you. And I completely agree.
Was it? No, sorry, it was a penalty.
I completely agree with Kyle on this guy, Matt Williams.
Yeah. I recall. Yeah, okay, that's it.
Yeah. I think most people on the beach.
If you've got not nice things to say about that particular individual, then you are a friend of mine. So
So Scotland went for the line out to 5 meters out. The driving maul is set up. France have done really well to defend this. Ben White gets it out a little bit slow to get it out. France trying to hold him up, but he does manage to get down. Ball is there slowly, but going and penalty though.
That's just lazy.
Silly penalty to give away there. Really, really silly pen there.
Andy Christie, that's just bloody lazy. That's just lazy. That is
really, and in that area as well. So chance for Jaminet to clear it downfield.
Yeah. I have got a video on my channel about Matt Williams from last year, by the way. So if you feel free to check that out, then you're welcome. It's maybe a bit dated now, but yeah, just to have a go at all the lies he told of when he was in charge of Scotland. Apparently they also great him bench press more than 5 of our backs, yet he didn't have a gym that could get any weight. So how could he know how much he was bench pressing if he couldn't get any in the gym with weights?
So driving maul for France here then from the line out. Peeling off the back is Marchand, but he's tackled. Dupont finds in, good hand into Bailly. Good tackle.
Yeah, just
France did end up going out, so it will be a line out to Scotland. half an hour to go. Obviously, Addy Price gone off. We don't know how serious that HIA is and Chris Harris. Is there anything you change with the game plan?
Again, it's just trying to keep the ball and play with. Yeah.
Good tackle from Rory Dodge.
I don't know what's been with our. I mean, I know France are playing good rugby when they have the ball, but our defense at times has been a lot more passive than I expect it to be. Because
so Scotland on their own 10-metre line here, going through the forwards. Ben White gets it out to Finn Russell. Into the hands of Mark Bennett, who looked lively early on since coming on. Finn Russell puts the little kick through. It's not a bad kick.
Sprint too hard. Where's your?
And that's a really good kick. And is he out? Where's the bounce of the ball going? Who's got that down? Oh, do we need to?
Yeah, that's a 5. That's a scrum 5. I think Jamini did.
For a moment there, I thought Finn Russell tapped that down.
No, it was no. I think Jamini did just get it down beforehand.
Question is, did Fawafena go out here? Yeah, he's out. He's out before he throws that. So that's going to be a line out.
Well, it's an option there if because the touch touching. Oh no, yeah, we have the option of scrum or line out.
So 5-metre line outs to Scotland here. You feel like they've got to score here. You'd say probably got to score.
Not feel like, just got to.
Yeah, got to score here. So McAnally to feed this one in. First of all, you got to find the man. Which Scotland do. Caught by Andy Christie. Maul goes straight down though. Ball is there for Scotland. Have France turned it over? They have. I think France have turned it over.
They are.
France have turned it over. Maul with a little bit of a mess. And chance for Antoine Dupont to clear his lines, which he does. And it's not a bad kick at all from Dupont. Scotland do keep it alive though. Here comes Hogg. He runs. Tackled by Yelonk. Chance here for Scotland though. Rory Dodge. Finn Russell looks up. Sione Tupelotu, good step from him. Scotland maybe playing a little bit too deep here, potentially. We need support. Marchand has turned it over for France. Melon.
No, he's a very good rugby player, Marchand. Actually, like around the pitch for a hooker, his ability to get around the pitch and make the jackals is pretty unbelievable. You have to say.
We're going to have 3 changes here for France as well. Some big players coming on. We'll let you know who they are as they come on. They'll come on after this. To this kick from Jamini. That's 2 opportunities, though, that Scotland have had 5 metres out in this second half that they've messed up. And you just don't know how many more opportunities you're going to get. No,
I know. It's just...
Finn Russell just isolated. I mean, Marchand's body position there is brilliant.
Yeah.
And you're not moving him then.
But, I think he's coming off now, Marchand.
Yeah. So Marchand comes off.
But go on. I mean,
and he'll be replaced by Malvaka.
Not a bad replacement. Yeah. Scored 2 tries against the All Blacks, if we recall.
Yeah. Fawafena comes on, and Yelong is off, and Flamon is on. So changes for France. You surprised that we haven't? Well, I mean, we've had 2 HIA changes, haven't we, for Scotland? And it looks, you'd think, as if Chris Harris has failed that HIA.
Yeah, I mean, I think from an attacking point of view, Mark Bennett is a better option. But yeah, I think with the HIA, I mean, what can you do? They're just those subs that happen.
Exactly. So, I don't know what we're waiting for here. Fiku getting some treatment, I think. If he's taking a knock to the head, well... So Fiku's going to stay on. He doesn't look comfortable, though. We'll have to wait and see. So line out to France then. As Movaka feeds it in, finds Woki. Drive them all set up.
Oh, I think the side, Xander Fagerson, I think.
Xander Fagerson.
We're going to make too many stupid penalties.
And there will be another penalty to France. It's not a penalty to Scotland. I don't know why Ben White's got the ball thinking it is.
I don't think he heard the
Again,
referee.
Xander Fagerson, such an obvious penalty to give away. It's right in front of the referee. It's just really, really silly. And let's have a look at some more of your comments. That's a penalty against Scotland. Didn't he put his hands on the ground first? No, Marchand was fine. It was a great turnover.
I thought it was fine. I thought it was okay, but I'll have a look at it again. You put the doubt in my mind.
Yeah, now. Scotland making a lot of mistakes there. And Jaminet is going to go for the post here. So with 25 minutes to go, could open a 19-point lead. I think he's going for the post, isn't he?
Yeah. Hi.
It's not an easy kick, and with how his kicking's been today, I'm fairly surprised at this. But maybe they just want that bit more breathing space. So big kick here for Jaminet. If he gets this, I think it's game over.
I'm feeling it's game over anyway, mate. But
Jaminet steps up, kicks, and he's missed it. He's pulled it wide again. The wind catches it, and Scotland will get us going once again. I mean, if Scotland get a try in the next 10 minutes, I think it really makes it interesting because I'm still not confident with this French, ability to remain calm and cool throughout the game. WP Nell is on. Stuart McAnally is off. George Turner coming on for him, and Fagerson also going off with WP Nell replacing him. So changes in the front row for Scotland as Hogg gets us back underway. And Dupont looks up, puts the kick through. Comfortable for Hogg. I want to see Hogg run with the ball more. Here he goes.
I caught up with the two replacement second rows.
Good momentum here for Scotland. Tupelotu steps inside. Makes half a break.
Yeah. I think on the whole, Sean Edwards will be happy enough with how France have defended for most of this game.
Yeah.
The line speed's been mostly pretty good, and he's on the knees there. Come on, ref. No, he was on the knees. He came in on his knees.
Oh, no. He's got that wrong. Woki was on his knees there.
I want to check that. I'm sorry. I want to check that again.
I absolutely agree with you.
I don't think he was supporting his body position properly with that one, but I want to have a look at that again.
I'm pretty sure he planted one knee down, didn't he? He planted one knee down and lifted it.
He was kind of, yeah.
I think the ref's got that one wrong. Jaminet will kick this one down. He's not really made any ground whatsoever on that one. We'll get to your comments in just a second. Yeah. Let's have a look. Here it is.
Yeah, he's on knee. That's a knee. He went down.
Yeah, his knee went down there. Shouldn't have been a pen. And the thing is, that's not just on the referee. That's on his touch, on the lines, touch judge or whatever you call it, to say to him, he should be seeing that.
I have to say, actually, I can tell Carl Dixon's very inexperienced at this level. Just some of the hold up at the lineouts, like that stuff, and then that there, and one or two other things. He's just,
Ali Price has passed his HIA, so he's back on. Ben White goes back off. 22 minutes to go or so.
I mean, obviously, being a experienced referee myself, I don't want to. I mean, I may be coming across as a bit over empathetic, but it's just. But in terms of I can, I go for experience more because I can tell that. But Yeah, still, it's the international rugby level. You should be getting those ones right, I think. So.
Well, we've got Mike Adamson next, so well, I'm not the biggest fan of him.
I'm saying nothing. He's a SRU referee, so
yeah. So Scotland in their own 22, trying to play from here. And let's get to some of your comments. Are France that good or Scotland poor? I think it's a mix of both. But I do think the second half has been comfortable for France. And yeah, but 20 minutes to go. It's a big ask now for Scotland. I mean, they got to get something in the next 5 minutes, I'd say.
And get a try and just stop giving away silly penalties and stop expecting the referee to give us things. He's shown he's not on our side at all.
Hey, Sean Edwards, that smirk on his face. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the guy, obviously, for what he did for us. But let me tell you, when we play France in 2 weeks' time, that will certainly change. France scored their Scotland cough there. It's turned over here by France. Wokey out to Dante. He's got Penaud on his right.
Oh, come on. No, he's in. He's in.
Damien Penaud is going to score in the corner, and that will be game, set, and match as France go over the 30-point mark. France 31, Scotland 10. And it's really getting simple now for France. Let's continue looking at some of your comments. You have some I say there's a Scotland or poor side. I disagree. They beat England, and I'm pretty sure Easy Ollie, you're English. No. So, we'll have to wait and see what happens today.
Well, he was on his knee. I think the referee I think he was sort of on his knees there.
It's a tough one, isn't it, to say? I don't know what it is with Scotland. They're just so inconsistent with performances. What you have to remember, though, is that France are probably the best team in the world right now. And over the first couple of game weeks, it hasn't fully clicked for them. And in attack, it has clicked today. They just look so comfortable. In
broken play, they've been excellent. So
exactly. Scotland seems to do the same thing over and over again. Very frustrating if you're Scottish. I'm sure Carl can testify to that. I'd say that France are good. I do agree. So just me, do France always get the lion's share of refereeing decisions? Their club and national side seem to get away with a lot that other side's called out on. I just think that Carl Dixon has missed little things, but those little things have turned into big moments in the game. Jaminet has missed that one. He hit the post. So Scotland still 21 points behind here. It's going to be a real tough ask.
Yeah.
But we'll have to wait and see what happens in this next 20 minutes or so. If it wasn't Carl Dixon today, I still think France would be winning. Would they be winning by?
No, I'm not saying it's hit. I'm not going to say it's down to the referee where we're losing. I mean, France's tries have just been mostly down to brilliant rugby, but there have been decisions he's made that have just been like really, really poor by international standards.
Yeah, absolutely.
And unlike Mike has, I don't care about how I won.
So France in their own 22 here. And Dupont's going to look to clear this. He's under a bit of pressure, but he's going to get his cover. Grant Gilchrist is off, by the way. Jimmy Hodgson has come on for Scotland. Finn Russell has gone off.
Oh, Finn.
Kinghorn has come on.
Interesting, that one.
Schumann off and Ollie Kebble on. Do you think that's... I mean, I think Kinghorn has done really well for Edinburgh this season. Do I believe that he's a fly half? Probably not. To be honest, I would have had Gavin Hastings in there.
Adam Hastings.
Adam, that's his dad.
Gavin's his dad.
Adam Hastings. I would have had Adam Hastings in there.
Yeah.
But Kinghorn maybe as a running 10 is a bit better than Finn Russell. I think no, he's not better than Finn Russell, but he's much more of a running 10. I think Finn Russell looks for the passing, looks for the kicks.
Finn's had. Finn's had not had a great game today. To be honest,
no. Another turn. Oh no! Well played there by Scotland. Scotland a little bit static here though. Pass. Magnus Bradbury jumps onto it. Bit scrappy here for Scotland. Oh, poor pass. Hogg picks it up though. Lovely stepping from him.
Aye. It's a very, very painful thing to hear La Marseillaise at Murrayfield. So
don't worry, I'm just waiting for Sweet
Yeah, but it's a bit different
Yeah.
when you're away from home, though, mate.
Yeah, true.
If you start singing "Bread of Heaven" at Twickenham, then I think you can.
Well, let's hope that happens. We haven't actually won at Twickenham since 2015. Ali Price takes the penalty quickly. France on back 10. And they're just got to try and speed the game up here. To the top. Where's the bounce going?
Oh, I couldn't even make a tackle.
Gets away. Chance here for France, maybe even to counter. Dupont looks up. Will send it downfield.
I said, just run it back at him. Just run it back at him.
Come on, run, Darby. Run. Just have a go. Just have a go. Chips it over the top. Who's going to get onto that? Oh, taken by Malvaka, who steps away like a winger into the Scotland half. It's very open at this point. Dupont looks over the top and notices the space. And there will be a Scottish line out just outside their own 22. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. Let's have a look. France are great. As are Ireland, England are decent. Will be much better by next year. Most importantly, the rest are poor. Maybe we'll see. The amount of forward passes by the France side is hilarious, and commentators don't say boo about them. I don't think forward passes. I just think it's little things at the breakdown where, I don't know, from a referee's perspective, I
disagree. There's not been many obvious forward passes that I've heard.
Yeah, I'm not a referee, so I can't speak as a referee. But maybe Kyle can elaborate on this. Maybe you feel like a team is more dominant, so when there is a decision, you kind of lean towards the more dominant side in the game, perhaps. Would you say?
Yeah, it normally again depends on situations. If it's like scrum or scrum line breakdown. It's normally I think maybe it's a psychological thing. There's a thing in your head. You're looking at the opposition more because there was that Cameron Wokey penalty that should never have been a penalty because he went on his knee and that. But the fact that France had already won a few penalties of a similar situation, the referee already has it in his mind. Okay, it's just another one of those penalties. So
yeah, it could definitely be that. Scotland seemed to have given up. Oh, I wouldn't say so. That defence seemed half-hearted. Even they had a little chance stopping it, they should still make France work for it. I don't think you could say Scotland have given up.
In the second half, the two tries have come from counter-attacks, but there have been times, I agree, where our defence has been so passive. A bit of a rant about that is coming in my post-match reaction, by the way. So
absolutely. Well,
tune into my channel if you want to hear that.
Absolutely. Well, let me drop a link to your channel in the chat now, folks. Do head over there and subscribe as always, and hear what Kyle has to say after this game. I'll drop a link in there now.
Again.
A penalty to France at the breakdown again on the 10-meter line.
Was okay. Yeah, I think that one was okay though. I think Aldrit was on his feet, so.
Let me drop a link. So do head over there, subscribe, and get involved. So 15 minutes to go now. I mean, I think France will just take the points, keep the scoreboard ticking at this point. Helps if I can speak English.
Well, you're wearing a France top, so
yeah. I cannot believe it. I'm going to say this now. I regret it, but I want England to beat them. To beat France, I assume. Keep the competition going, maybe. Yeah, at the start of the France final.
How are that's the thing, Brandon. How are you feeling facing this French team in a couple of weeks' time?
Oh, you know, we're easy. Oh, jeez. We've actually got quite a good record against them at the Principality. We've won 2 Grand Slams against them at the Principality over the last. We won in 2008 and won in 2013 the Grand Slam. Do you remember that Shane Williams try in 2008 where he kicks it along the ground and he just chases it and gets in under the post?
Yes.
Yeah, great day that. Great day. But
I remember also that game there was one scrum where the Welsh pack basically it was a French scrum. The Welsh pack turned the French pack over. It's one of the weirdest things you'll ever see. Like you just basically pushed the French back 20 yards after the ball had been fed in, and then just got the turnover straight off the scrum. So
yeah, I mean, it's obviously going to be a really, really tough game against France. They're the best team in the world at the minute, and they seem to have clicked in this game. but they're still shown areas where they do lose it. They don't concentrate 100%. They have moments of madness. So there are always opportunities to get this French defence. But I think today's game is going to tell us a lot about where we're at. It's going to be interesting. Woki is off for France, and he's been replaced by Dylan Cretin, with the best name in rugby, I guess. So, a referee could get 90% of his decisions right, but the 5% that he gets wrong can devastate a team. Reffing is hard. It is. Yeah. It is hard, isn't it?
Yeah,
but I think he has to make use of his touch judges, more of his assistant refs or whatever you call them, a little bit more. And he's got an experienced guy on one of the sides. He's got Luke Pearce, who's very, very experienced. I think Luke Pearce is actually a brilliant referee. I'm a huge fan of his.
What is that pass?
22, and I mean that pass from Kinghorn maybe summarises up the second half. Duran van der Merwe trying to run here. Tackled. We've got about 12 minutes to go in this one. And a penalty again to France. Duran van der Merwe isolated, and this is very much in kicking territory. Dupont with a big... I think Dupont's going to tell the points here. I think France...
Going for the corner.
Oh no. Oh, they are going for the corner, yeah. Oh, and Tamak's going to stick this one in the corner. Let's have a look. I'm not going to say that. As a Welshman, I cannot repeat such blasphemy. I can't do it.
At least you're getting a variety of...
Yes, exactly. And we are going to be doing a watch-along for that game next. So once this stream finishes, it'll automatically load into that. There might be a 10-15-minute pause between both, but it will load automatically into that. So do join me for that. Let's have a look. Let me get that swearing off my screen. How are you feeling about the Ireland game in the last match? Obviously, everyone expects you to go and beat Italy comfortably.
No, I'm not confident at all.
No.
That's just a simple, no, I'm not confident.
Is that at the Aviva or is that
it's at the Aviva. I think Ireland, are looking good for beating us there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that'll be a tough one. France coming forward here. Off the line out, and Catan carries forward. We're about 7 meters out here, 10 minutes to go. France looking for their 5th try of the game. Dupont fires it out, and Tamak tries a little grubber through. Should be comfortable enough. And Ben White gets it down. Ben White has come on permanently for Ali Price, by the way. But France did have an advantage there. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. Wouldn't be surprised if France gets a 40. Maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. Can't wait until England turn them over. Hopefully, we'll have to wait and see on that, won't we?
I think it's Daly been picked at centre for the England-Wales game, apparently.
Yeah. Has it? Has it been announced who it is going to be?
Daly's starting, and I think Slade's moved to 12.
So Elliot Daly's coming to the team.
Interesting, because obviously, as I said, we've said before, Marchand plays with Smith at Harlequin, so we thought they would have just maybe a bit of a because they have a link up there. They would have maybe gone with that, but apparently not.
So the England team has been confirmed. Henry Slade moves to 12, and Daly comes in at 13. Otherwise than that, it's unchanged. France still coming forward here, 7 or 8 meters out. Not many of you are fans of what's his first name? Edwards, Sean Edwards. Don't know why. I quite like him. I'm not sure how much the French players actually understand what he says with his Wigan accent, but that's another debate.
Yeah.
France penalised. Scotland do get a turnover at the breakdown there. Let's have a look at some more.
No, to be fair, to be fair with Sean Edwards coming in France coach, I think we obviously all talk about the line speed and the blitz defence, but one of the big things that stuck out to me is how good France are now at defending around the breakdown, just how good they are over the ball, and I think Sean Edwards has clearly played a part in that as well. When he's got hookers who are able to jackal, likes of Marchand are able to do, or he's got second rows like Walkie, you can do that as well. Yeah, it's almost like they play with five back rowers in that pack at times. So it's just how he's managed to get them into that. Maybe it's not only him, of course, but he's definitely played a part in that.
Yeah, Jaminet's gone off. Ramos is on. Scotland knock it on from the line out, so it's going to be a scrum to France.
That's going to be.
Sorry, go on. No, you go.
No, I was going to say, I was going to be interested in a side note because Jaminet is going to Toulouse next season, I gather, and Ramos plays there, so it'll be
interesting battle there. I mean, at the minute, Jaminet's at Perpignan, and they aren't great in the top 14, so it's a step up for him for sure, but probably the right move. Decent shove from penalty to France here. Ficou into Dupont. Dupont into Ntamack. There's a chance to go wide here as Ramos gets hands on the ball for the first time. France into the 22. As Aldrit carries the speed of ball for France every single time. It's just on a plate for Dupont. As he tries to go alone. Can Scotland hold him up here? No. Ball goes down. Bradbury trying to turn it over. He has, but again, we'll come back for the original penalty. We'll see what happens for that. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. France are really developing nicely for the World Cup. They're beatable, but this side looks capable of winning the Webb Ellis Cup. They do. I mean, at the minute, you'd expect New Zealand are in a weird spot, aren't they? A little bit, but you'd expect them to come good for a World Cup. Australia have been building nicely under Dave Rennie. I think England are on the verge of potentially clicking with this new look team. Scotland is very much up in the air. Ireland look very, very strong. I wouldn't really put us in the conversation. The Springboks, I think they are going through a little bit of not a complete change of the way they play, but they are just bringing in a few new players. So Dupont's gone off, by the way, and Maxime Luku has come on. But it's going to be an interesting World Cup. Only about 18 months to go until that. And it's going to be really interesting to see how that goes. And Tamac
too easy
for Antoine for whatever his name is, Penaud. And
what is with Duan van der Merwe today? He's just looking so, I don't know.
He looks so lackluster, doesn't he? He looks lethargic.
Yeah, it's lethargic. That's the word. Yes.
Yeah. And France get their 6th try. I want to say it is now.
Yes.
France
painfully so, and that was so easy.
Yeah. France 36, Scotland 10. I mean, it's been the second half. At the end of the first half, we were like, oh, Scotland get the first score in this second half. You know, it'll be really interesting to see how it goes. But they just haven't looked like scoring at all. They've had 2 opportunities in the French 22 and given away 2 penalties. And, I mean, where Duan van der Merwe is there, I have absolutely no idea.
Well, he's defending the 13 spot. I don't know if it's because it's up to... Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe because Dante's going to be running that position. I don't know. But 5 minutes to go. France 36-10 now, and a chance for them to add the 2 points. And I don't know. It's a difficult one with Scotland because just... so inconsistent. I don't understand it. And Smack misses the kick, so still 36 points to 10. Can you explain what it is with Scotland? Because great, you won against England, but let's be honest, I don't think Scotland played that well.
And then again, did have the ball for a lot of it, but I don't know. It just looks so unbelievably, I don't know, just passive at times, just.
And yes, France have been
at times not helped by the referee, and obviously France have played some excellent rugby themselves. So
but it's just the thing is, it's those 2 moments in the second half, isn't it, where you were in the 22, 5 meters out, you had a driving maul, and then you had that incident where Christie then gives away the penalty, and you're not going to have many opportunities against France, and you have to just be more disciplined and just patient as well, because when Scotland have been patient in this game and haven't tried to force things, they've looked dangerous, but they just tried to force things way too much. And as you said, I think Finn Russell has really, really struggled in this game. And the line out,
Oh, now he picks it up. Could have picked up in the flipping first half.
So Scotland take it quick. Andy Christie runs at the French defence. 10-metre line for Scotland now. Tupelotu steps inside, half a gap there for him, but tackled. 3 minutes or so to go in this one. And lost in the contact. So France have it. And Luku will clear it downfield to the hands of...
Oh, what are you doing?
And Kinghorn lets it bounce, which is an interesting decision.
I don't know what he was doing there.
So less than 3 minutes to go here. I think Antoine Dupont's going to be named as man of the match. It looks like that. Scotland have actually taken it quickly here. Off goes. Oh, lovely. Good step. Ben White gets it out. Kinghorn. What's your thoughts on Kinghorn over Hastings in the squad in general? What do you feel about that? For me, I don't really get it.
I think because he's more versatile, I can understand it from that point of view. But still, at number 10, you want, I think, at least two specialists in the team. I think, and I don't think he's a specialist 10 at this level anyway. Even though he's been doing well for Edinburgh. But Hastings, he's been going okay for Gloucester. So yeah, I just I would have taken Hastings as well and had him on the bench at least. I
think the thing with Kinghorn as well, even if you have him in the squad, he's probably better as a fullback or a winger. I don't know if he can control a game at 10 at international level.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. France will be serious contenders for the World Cup. France for the Grand Slam this year. Grand Slam for France, unless the Welsh or English stop them. We'll have to wait and see. I think motivation has cost Scotland a lot. Their players are much better than the FA have seen today. They seem to believe that they were destined to lose. I don't think so. They'd have felt like they have something to prove.
You're right. Right enough. Antoine Dupont's been named man of the match.
Yeah, they'd have felt like they have something to prove. But again, it's just consistency. This Scotland team is missing so much consistency, and 18 months out from a World Cup, you want things to start clicking regularly now as you build towards that. You'd probably say this Six Nations the last time as a team that you can really be trying. So you shouldn't really be trying different things at this point. So yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. We have to give France credit. Scotland on bad, but France is in much better form at present. Yeah, France been brilliant today. You've got to give them credit for that. We are into the final minutes here. I can see Wales being France more than England. There's something about the Welsh being underdogs and pulling out fantastic results. 100% agree. But our backs against the wall. Oh, lovely break here from Kinghorn. He's got Duhan van der Merwe inside, and Scotland will get a try with about 30 seconds to go. Duhan van der Merwe just takes it close to the post to make the conversion easier. And Scotland will get a second try of the game, but it can be too little, too late.
Yeah, a slow clap from...
And the conversion is added. Oh, they're going to have to do it again? No. So that is Scotland 17, France 36. Makes it look a little bit more respectful.
We lost play when it comes back into...
Yeah.
Duhan van der Merwe, who has had a terrible game up until this point.
He's been really terrible in this Six Nations, hasn't he?
Sorry, Brandon. I didn't mean terrible. Terrible second half. He's had a terrible second half. First half, he was good, but yeah.
So Ntamax gets back underway. And fires it out. So the game's pretty much over. How would you summarise this game on the whole? What went wrong, and how does this affect the rest of the outlook on the tournament for Scotland, do you think?
Well, I think we have to just try and win our next two games. That's it.
Well, you'd expect to beat Italy comfortably. Oh, France have turned this over, I think. No, they haven't. Still there for Scotland. Actually, What do you think will be the team like for Italy? Do you think there'll be a lot of changes? Do you think they'll just say, right, we're just going to change everything up. We're going to give players who haven't had a chance? Or I can't even see Italy beating you if you played your third team, to be honest. But is it now, we got to win and we got to win handsomely?
Yeah, I'd say the handsome win. I would make changes. I think there is a few players who haven't stepped up to the mark. That's it. Knock on.
There we go. And that is full time.
There's a few players I don't think have stepped up to the mark today. I think I dropped Finn Russell actually for the Italy game, at least have him on the bench. As we were saying, I think Adam Hastings, I'd give him a go. Any others? Probably Mark Bennett in for Chris Harris at 13. Hamish Watson back, maybe Darge at 6. Darge played well today, to be fair. And probably there'll be one or two others, but those are the obvious ones I can think of. And I'd dropped Duan van der Merwe after today because I thought at the second half he was really shambolic, apart from the try he scored.
Yeah, tough game for Scotland. Obviously, France go and play Wales in 2 weeks. Are you guys doing the England-Wales game? I am. Once this stream finishes, it will load automatically into that. It'll probably be about a 15-20 minute break between the two, but just wait in there. Make sure to like it as well. Once again, I'm going to drop a link to Kyle's channel in the chat. Do head over there and subscribe. There will, of course, be a match reaction on his channel very shortly. So do head over there. I'm sure there'll be a few rants in there, and rightly so, as the police just go past my flat. I swear I've not done anything wrong. So do head over there and subscribe to Kyle's channel and check that out. Let's quickly run through the last few comments. I feel sorry for Scotland as they had a good first half. They came back into it, and we said, just keep the ball, have the patience. And they just couldn't do that today. And things at the breakdown weren't going their way. Maybe that's why you missed the likes of Hamish Watson. But shining light for Scotland, Rory Darge thought he was really good today and really showed that he's able to play at international level. Sean Edwards has sussed out the Union defence. Do not go far enough back at each play. They'll have to change that rule. That is Scotland I want to see. Fantastic try, though maybe not against Ireland. I do want us to win at least the Triple Crown. We'll have to see. But there we go. We're going to leave it there. Kyle, as always, thanks for jumping on, mate. Always good to have you on. Thought that was a Russian missile. Not quite. But it's obviously a really sad situation with it. But I think rugby is a good distraction. I think it's a good thing to have with the way things are in the world at the minute. But it might not be a good thing with Wales against England next. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. So make sure to check out Kyle's channel. Kyle, thank you for jumping on. Obviously not the greatest score in the world, but you go again, and make sure to check out Kyle's channel, as I said, and check out the review as well.
Thanks for having me on, Brandon. Much appreciated. So,
always a pleasure to have you on. Take it easy, Ollie. We'll see you for the England-Wales watch long, and the stream will end, and it'll load straight into that. So just stick around, and we'll be there soon.